Hey, welcome back to another episode. I was kind of tickled by this topic today. Um, but the topic is when your kids have it better than you do. Now, I'm not sure if you have kids, but I'm sure that you have your own memories when you were a child growing up of what the world should be like, and then you started growing and slowly kind of started to fit into it. And then, if you're fortunate enough to actually have kids, you recognize all that changes because then you actually have someone else you have to take care of and that you're responsible for. And that whole mindset literally just changes how you think. But going along those same lines, when you get to the point where your kids actually have it better than you, what does that actually mean? So this topic kind of came to my head because right now my son Ethan is searching for his new phone. Now, I gave him a hand-me-down as far as the old phone. I didn't actually give him the hand-me-down. He financed it, so I essentially sold it to him, and he had payments over 18 months. And during that time, well, he didn't really have to do anything other than just make sure that just everything was kind of being done on our end. We automated it for him. We made it easy. But we can't always make it easy. So right now, my son is searching for the next phone. And with the financing that he's going to be putting in place, he's looking at the biggest and the best. And I can't fault him for that because with the financing, there's really very little difference between something that's middle tier and something's high tier. So he might as well get something that he wants. However, going along with that, what does it mean when, let's say, your kid is rocking and sporting a phone that, well, is better than yours? It doesn't mean anything. So the way I look at it is, you know what? If he actually figures out a way to finance it and earn it, more power to him. If he figures all that stuff out, more power to him. So going along those lines, I had to be a responsible parent and not make it easy for him. So as a parent, what do? Oh, you always work to make things easy for your kids. Not me. I made sure that he knew what the costs were for the phone, how it was going to be financed, and that he had all the money he actually needed to get started. So he was ready to get started this week as far as purchasing his phone. But after we looked at all the costs and saw that he would probably need about $100 just to start, and he only had 50, he didn't have enough. So told him, sorry, buddy, you don't have enough money. You're going to have to wait. So he's going to have to wait another month before the new phone. So not really sure what that's going to do to his morale, but I told him look at it as an opportunity to make sure you get the right phone instead of just getting the next phone. But going along these lines of what happens or what do you do when your kids have it better than you do? Well, it's all relative, right? So you always work to create a better environment for your kids, but at the same time, you also need to work on yourself, and you always need to improve the environment that you put yourself in as well. So don't always consider it, oh, well, my kids have it better than me. No, it's not really about that. If you're providing an environment for them, you're also providing an environment for yourself. And it's just a question of, are you treating yourself as well as you're actually treating your kids? And that's something that sometimes a lot of parents may actually sacrifice a little bit too much. And actually, it's just not a lot of parents sacrifice too much. Some parents may not sacrifice enough. But there needs to be balance there. So just recognize the topic itself is not really so much about what your kids are getting. It's pretty much what are you doing for yourself to challenge yourself and to grow. And if anything, if you're doing it to yourself, that's something you want to actually extend to your kids. So if anything, I look at the topic of do your kids have it better than you? No. Are your kids going through the same things and growing the same way that you are? And are you challenging each other? So if you're doing that, you created the right environment and keep doing it. If you're having any challenges there, remember that you are going through challenges and your kids need to go through challenges as well. So sometimes you actually have to design them so kids actually appreciate the things that they have, because anything that's just handed to you usually is not appreciated as much as something that you have to grind for. So remember that. That's the thought of the day. Appreciation comes from the things that you actually have to create sacrifices in order to get. So make sure you make those sacrifices and make sure that they're actually worth it. So I hope you appreciated this lesson for today. Again, it was nagging at me to get something out about this. So keep grinding, and if you have kids, keep them grinding too. And until I catch you on the next episode, well, till then, Bye.